If you know that you did everything that you can and it's really not working, parang wag na. It's not even healthy even for you.
100%. So if you don't let it go, guess what? It's gonna quit on you. It's gonna let itself go someday, and you're gonna lose a lot of money anyway. Mitch asks, how do you test the demand for your product or service before launching it? This is a really good question, especially for startups.
I used to do this back then and I did parang pre-order. I think you guys very well know pre-order. So you post about your product, you hype your product, tell them the benefits, and maybe you can offer them for them to purchase your product. You offer them a little bit of a discounted price since it's for pre-order before it gets launched. Through that, at least you don't have the product yet. You just order based on how many people would order your product through the pre-order and or service. And then that's how you'll know if may hope yung product mo or wala.
That's really good. Actually, that's one of the best ways to do it. Because right then and there, you have a working case study for you. Because
Mhm.
they coughed up money. In pre-order, they
Yeah.
actually pay you the money. And you get the volume and you get to talk with them as well. There is another way which follows the lean startup model. This is especially if you're going to be launching a software product or service. And that is going ahead and having a prototype and asking friends and family or your target market, your potential target market, how much are they willing to spend for such a service or such a software for them to use it. And the lean startup model really relies on what the author Eric Rice calls the fast feedback loop. This is a book. You can actually buy the lean startup book. And the fast feedback loop is all about the MVP, or what he calls the minimum viable
Viable.
product. So, pwede siyang kung if you're selling a titanium mug, for example, I have a titanium mug here. It's just filled up with water. Pwedeng kaysa gumastos ka ng umorder ka agad ng 2,000 units of this titanium mug, which costs good amount of money. You just buy 100 steel mugs and then tell people, what if this was titanium and this is the amount? Will you still buy it? Something like that. So you get that feedback and you get a good idea about how many people are willing to buy your product. Service would be the same. If I would do this for you, or if I had a team that can do this for you at this amount, will you buy it? Getting that feedback and asking them why would you buy it or why would you not buy it? That's gonna help you tons. You just have to have the humility and the diligence to take note of the data. That's it.
Yeah, we also do that with our swimsuit designs. Like sometimes if there's a new design coming up, like we make them choose on Instagram stories, like which one do you like better. And then if we get enough people who likes this one, then that's a time now. Okay, this design doesn't work. This one looks they like this one better, so let's release this one. Let's launch this one. So yeah,
That's a
asking
really good
feedback.
way.
Yeah, ask
Yeah.
feedback from your customers.
Yeah. Perfect. That's A/B testing and really good stuff. How and when can you say that a business or product won't earn a market share and it would be better off stopped? So I think that this is going to be the case if you launch a product or service without asking anyone, without gathering feedback or doing a feasibility study. And that's a big mistake because you got to know if the market's going to accept your product or not. And if they're not,
Mm-hmm.
then there's no sense investing your capital in that product or business. I think you should know it even before you invest anything. That's the way to go. You should find out.
Yeah, and if you already have that business right now or that product and it's still not selling and you just keep shelling out money, let it go, dude. Let it go. Parang move on. I mean, if you know that you did everything that you can and it's really not working, parang wag na. It's not even healthy even for you.
100%. So if you don't let it go, guess what? It's going to quit on you. It's going to let itself go someday. and you're gonna lose a lot of money anyway. Okay, Erica, this question's for you because I don't sell swimwear. How to sell swimwear as your main product?
When I was in high school, I was already selling like clothes online on Multiply, if you know Multiply, if you would remember. And that one closed, so closed business already. Yeah, my first product were accessories with the name EIKA. So EIKA was already there, branding and all. I had my Instagram page. I had my Facebook na ba nun? Basta, I remember having an Instagram page. And I was
Meron na
selling
yun.
meron na
Because
ba?
Facebook
Ayun,
came first. Yeah.
yun. And then, I was selling accessories, but it did not take off. So, siguro parang mga ganito, ayan, just simple necklaces. I was selling that back then. And parang 2 months in, there were no sales at all. So, like, no, this should work. I need it to work. And that was summer, I think around April 2014. Yeah, April 2014. And I saw a swimsuit supplier, bikini sets. And then I had an idea because back then, hindi pa uso yung mix and match swimsuits. So like, what if like all the small sizes, I mix and match. I match this green bottom with this white top, and then the other bottom of the other one, I'll match with the other one. So I mixed and matched, and then I posted it on Instagram and sold it. And on the first night that I released it, it was sold out. I just spent 5,000 pesos on that. That was my capital. And from there, I just kept doing it and doing it. I was not taking any money from it. I just kept reinvesting. So yeah, that's how I came about the swimsuit. I love swimsuits, by the way. And the reason why I wanted to do the mix and match, because diba girls, pag na-picture na yung swimsuit, they don't want to wear it again. Parang once lang, and then take a photo on the beach or on the pool, tapos, okay, next swimsuit. Yan. So, parang that's why I thought of the mix and match, para at least mas tumagal yung swimsuit. So yeah, that's how I came about with selling swimwear.
Wow. I love startup stories, especially hearing that this is the capital. It's because it's overrated when you have funding and big capital. It's different when you start small talaga, and you get to love the business because you really built it with a lot of effort and knowing every facet. So good stuff. Good story. That's a good story. What do you do on off-peak season, like rainy seasons? Do you still create demand for your products? Oh, good question.
What we used to do was we sold clothes. So we pushed more of the resort wear, we pushed more of the summer clothes, because even if it's raining, girls still wore, summery clothes. So we pushed more of that. However, last year, syempre, nung uso din, we discovered that we could also sell loungewear, pajamas. So, like right now, although we separated that na nga into a different brand, because, well, it's still EIKA. It's EIKA Lounge because it has its own thing na. So, yeah, so since rainy seasons, we just push our clothes and our loungewear and swimsuits during summer. But really all year round, well, pre-pandemic, they still bought swimsuits. Not as much as summer, but it's still a good market.
Cool.
Yeah.
On rainy seasons, yeah, business is the same. The only time we're affected would most probably be ghost month, but that's not always the case. Sometimes we have a strong ghost month on August, September, so it's not always the case.
Oh hey, and since you're here, can you do me a favor? Can you hit on the subscribe button and hit the bell button and select all notifications so that whenever we have a new video, you're gonna be the first one to know. Until then, keep leading.
So you really want to see, can you creatively expand the pie? And this is something in negotiations, we want to think not just about you have that fixed pie and we want to divide it up and I want as big a piece as I can get and you want the big piece. Can we expand the pie? Can we find other ways that we together will create more value for both of us?